in Cincinnati.
Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati.
Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure. And they will start at the 40. Mixing up the middle to the 43, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he fires one incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Now Lawrence. This goes out wide from Mixon. On the move past the 40. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that pregame defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with career touchdown number 162, tying him with LaDainian Tomlinson for 3rd place all time.
And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. 1st down, Howell to throw. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. He's got this downfield to McBride.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Howell.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. From 8 yards out.
And the Bucs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Oh, he sheds himself free. He's got room past the 30, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lawrence to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now throwing on 1st down here. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Ambry Thomas have to make the play defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence will throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll go play action. Howell. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. They tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Lawrence. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade Amulican. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack.
Howell,
he'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He'll find his running back. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go.
Harris running straight ahead. And it's a fumble. But now he appears to be in some pain. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They'll try the right side with Henry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This time they'll throw it with Howell. His throw incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Faking the handoff. Howell. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I'm ready.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And some space here. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Come on, set. Hey, exit.
On first down, Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Bucs are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going up top. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bucs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
61 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
It's caught by Hooper. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down.
Completes it to Austin. The 40.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Howell.
Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Buccaneers are able to add on to their first half lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Howell.
Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Inside handoff to Mixon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Now Lawrence.
Looking deep downfield. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
Come on, sit. Bristol, Travis. Bravo. Go.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Buccaneers will take over here just shy of the 30.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. From the 31,
Powell.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Mixon with a first down carry. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
They'll try and run right on the option. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Trevor Lawrence
doing it himself from 9 yards out.
And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Howell, the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Third and long. Here's Howell.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell.
He's going to try and go deep again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
The tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 5-yard line.
Here we go, set.
From near the goal line, here's Howell. This will go to Henry out wide.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played through.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, You and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 41.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
3rd and 2. Here's Howell.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Hey, Alpha! Hey, Foxtrot!
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is caught inside the 5. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Mixon is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
They went for broke on 3rd down, and it would have really lit up the sideline if that one had worked. What do they do now on 4th down?
Go!
Lawrence on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Trevor Lawrence.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lawrence going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A handoff to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around...
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKinney. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. First down.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
Two runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He was brought down by John Johnson. He's a gain of a yard. And it's
Howell throwing on third down here.
is incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Robbie Anderson. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Over the middle, complete. That's Bass. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
And this one is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one of our early window games here.